And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Today we're taking a look at a game called Outlawed. This is a little card game in which it takes place in the Wild West, if there were giraffes in the Wild West who wore sheriff outfits. But anyway, in this game, you are using cards trying to outbluff other players, playing the right card at the right time and lying about it. This is a bluffing... Yeah, that's it, a bluffing game. Let me show you. Each player is going to get their own suit of cards. Apparently there's a fifth suit of horseshoes. The cards have the same characters on them. If you're playing a beginner game, you only use ones with badges. If you're playing a two-player game, you only use the ones with bullets. And they're going to shuffle them, and then each player is going to randomly remove one card from the game. So you don't know what they have, and the rest of the cards are going to go in their hand. Then, starting with whoever's the deputy sheriff, and that's going to move around, players are going to be the deputy sheriff, you're going to play a card from your hand. And you're going to say what the card is. So I'll say, oh, I'm playing the Vixen Twins. And then the next person looks at theirs and they say, I'm going to play, and they're not sure who they're going to play, so they can look at the card here and see what, and they're like, I'm going to play Eagle Eye Hawkins. But they didn't play Eagle Eye Hawkins, they played Bluffwell Bill. It's so hard to say that. All right, Bluffwell Bill Bison. So you can lie about what you want. So each person's going to put their card down and lie or tell the truth about it. Then you will reveal the cards. So we have the Vixen Twins. Oh, I lied. I'm actually played Bluffwell Bill. And this person played Bulletproof Betty. And this person played Eagle Eye Hawkins. And this person played Lone Wolfgang McClain. All right, so each person will then look at their apprehend section to see. This person apprehends their card if two or more of the same card was played this round. Two or more of the same card was not played, so this card has to go back in their hand. Bluffwell Bill says, apprehend if the card you played this round was played by a rival, if the card you claimed. Well, he said he played Eagle Eye Hawkins, and someone actually played that. So he gets to put this guy in jail out of his hand. Bulletproof Betty gets to keep hers if nobody played the same card this round. No one did, so she also gets to apprehend hers. Eagle Eye Hawkins gets to keep his if a rival's claim was a lie this round. It was. Bluffwell Bill lied, so he gets to keep his. Lone Wolfgang McClain gets to keep his if he's the only person who played Wolfgang this round. He did, so he gets to keep his. Everyone gets to keep their card except for the club's player. And then you keep going. You play another round. Once one person has caught 7 of their characters. So as we look through the thing, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 characters that you have total. Once you've captured 7 of them, players will then add the values on each of them. And whoever has the highest value, this one's 150 times the number of players, whoever has the highest value on each of the players, on the people that they've caught, is the winner of the game. Now, I want to start out by saying that I do like the game. The game is a very enjoyable game here at Outlawed, but there's a few nitpicks I have about it. The first is the graphic design. I really like the look of the game. I like the different suits and the cards and such, and I like the anthropomorphic animals, even if they are a little bit creepy. But the problem is that the graphic design is not the always easiest. If you see here, it's kind of hard to see how much money that the character is worth. The cards that give you all the names, just the font that's used on them is not the best. And that's probably the worst in the rules. The rules just, like when you look at this page, it's just hard to see what's going on. And for some reason, they decided to center the rules. You don't center things for reading. That's just not a good idea. That's a minor nitpick. My other minor nitpick is this whole how much money each character is worth. Seems like something that they added to make the game feel like it had more meat when it doesn't matter. Like, oh, this guy's 150 times the number of players. Oh, there's 5 players. That guy is this, and then this guy is 300, and this guy is 400. That doesn't matter that much. You know, I understand that over the course of the game, you might go, well, this person's more valuable, so I'm going to try to get them. But, and then maybe someone who is more valuable, let's say this guy here is worth $800, and he happens to be the one that's pulled out of my deck. I might be a little annoyed. Now, there's a basic game and it's an advanced game. You might as well just play with the advanced game. It's not that difficult. it will take you maybe a time or two to get through. Okay, this guy you want to play by himself. This guy you want to play when there's multiple of them being played. This one you want to lie about. This one you want to tell the truth about. This one you don't want to play unless because someone else can play one that if they play that card and you play this one, this sends this one back to your hand. This one you want to play when there's two of the same card. All the cards are different. And so I like that you're playing them one at a time and announcing it. And I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. And you could tell the truth the entire game. But there's also that one time where you're probably not going to tell the truth, right? So it's a simple bluffing game. I don't know that it's a great one. The graphic design brings it down a little bit, although I do like the theme. And I think that it's just a filler, right? It's just something you're going to play while you're waiting for a bigger game, and that's fine. So I like it. It's a decent game. It does a few things I haven't seen before. I mean, I've seen games where you play cards and flip them, but this one you play them one at a time, and you announce what you're playing, which is cool. It kind of gives it a little bit of a poker vibe to some degree. So certainly one I think some people are going to really enjoy. That is Outlawed. Dice Tower Judgment approved.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.